YouTube, what's going on? Kevin the Tech Ninja here, and today we're taking a full review of the Apple charging case. I've been using it for about 2 weeks and I have some pretty strong feelings about it. This is the Apple charging case, and the one here I have is for the iPhone XS Max. This charging case is also available for the XS and also the XR. And as of today on Apple's website, they're $129, but they're also available on Amazon too, and the price fluctuates. So make sure you hit the link down below to get the most updated pricing if you want to buy it on Amazon. Now, price aside, this case is built very well. And as expected as an Apple accessory, it does feel premium. It's very smooth and the rubber is really grippy too, and it just feels very secure in your hand. Now, there are cutouts for the lens and also the mute toggle. The side buttons are very clicky and provides a great amount of feedback. It's a thick boy and the added beef is definitely noticeable. Weight and just how you even hold the phone. To install the phone into its case, you peel back the top layer and slide the phone into it. So now the case battery charges your phone. And as you can see here from the battery menu, it's actually a separate item, so you always know the battery life on the case. So once the battery is exhausted, you can technically take off the case since the battery case is no longer doing anything at all. Also, I did notice that the case does impede some of the sound coming out of the phone. It's not as crisp, it's a little bit more muddy, and it doesn't get as loud. My major complaint is that this case just gets nasty, even after holding it for about an hour. You get fingerprints, dust, grease, and it turns into a Petri dish. That's the only way I can describe it. Germaphobes beware. Now, as far as battery life added, Apple did provide some baseline numbers, but let me tell you my actual experience. In my usage, I found that I get around 50% more battery. Currently on my XS Max, I wake up around 6 a.m. and midnight my phone is completely dead. With the same case and exact same usage, at around midnight, I found that the case was completely dead, but the phone had around 80% of battery life. Now, obviously your mileage may vary, but for me, that's a great baseline. I think that's a little bit less than what Apple was promising, but it's not too far off, and that's actually surprising. Also, something to note that the power cord and charging brick that your iPhone comes with is not strong enough to charge the actual battery at a fast enough speed to consider it something you plug in for an hour or so and use it all day. I did find if you use the iPad or the MacBook charger brick, that you get a much faster charge. And it's sort of like with the phone, you don't get fast charging unless you use a different charging brick. Same thing with this case, it does not have fast charging available if you use the standard plug. So to get the battery to 100%, I did find that you'd have to actually plug it in for a couple of hours versus plugging in for 30 or 40 minutes like you do with Android phones. And also this goes for wireless charging. This case does enable wireless charging, but at the same time, this is gonna be a overnight charge as it charges so slowly. Now, this isn't a case I'll use every single day. There are way too many compromises for me to even recommend it to people, but I will tell you that if I go out of town or if I'm gonna be away from my house for several hours, I will use the case, but it just gets nasty, it gets grimy, and just the added heft to it really just takes away from the experience, and the battery life you get out of it just isn't worth it to me. And for $129, I'd expect a little bit better battery life, and for $129, I just expect not to have this nasty, greasy blob that ends up in your hand after about an hour of using it. But let's say you do want to charge your phone and get that better battery life on the go and you don't want to plop down 125. How about we plop down 25? What can we get with that? My choice is the Anker PowerCord Fusion Portable Charger. It can charge your iPhone from 0 to 100 around 2.5 times. And you just charge the actual unit by plugging it into a wall. So if you're traveling, you plug it into a wall and plug your iPhone or plug whatever you want right into it, and it charges your products while charging itself at the same time. It's 5,000 milliamps, and it actually quick charges your iPhone too. So I found myself when I'm traveling, I'll actually have it in my bag with the cord coming out, and I'll plug it right into my phone. And while I'm in the midst of traveling, maybe I have an Uber or anything like that, by the time I get out of that ride, my battery life has increased a significant amount where I don't need to plug it back in the rest of the night. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions of the Apple charging case, and also sort of a recommendation that if you don't want to spend $125, you want to spend 25 bucks, you can find something that, in my opinion, works a little bit better, a little more sleek. Now, obviously, it's not integrated, but for me, I think that's just a much more elegant and better solution. Anyways, guys, if you love this type of real conversation talking about tech, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Anyways, guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja, have a great day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.